Hi, my name is Kylie Combs, and today I will be talking about the negative influence of zoos. Zoos have been a place of fun, learning, and enjoyment for people since almost the beginning of time. Due to the educational and exciting aspect of these facilities, people often overlook how captivity can affect the mental and physical state of these animals. Various scientific studies have proven and explained how captivity and human treatment of wild animals has a huge detrimental effect on the environment, and how scientific factors involved in the lifespan of these animals are stripped away when they are kept in captivity. Now I ask you, imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if humans were kept in cages and animals were allowed the right to place them in these cages and observe them and learn about them and strip them of their lives and strip them of the necessary survival skills needed to survive in their own homes. Is this ethically or scientifically correct? By removing animals from the natural habitats and systems, we strip them of their lives. Ecosystems in our environment have specific structures that are needed to keep the world running. By removing animals from their own systems, including feeding, breeding, and their own mating system, we are creating flaws in the system of the ecosystem. According to the environmental organization Animals Asia, they explain captivity robs animals of many things: their dignity, their physical health, their mental well-being. It also strips them of essential survival skills. Although people argue that zoos provide rehabilitation aspects for animals by removing them from their normal lifestyles, they will lose their basic instincts to survive in the wild, and when these animals are released back out, they will not know how to survive, therefore lessening the lifespan of these animals, therefore killing them. Animal-human interaction is a potential cause for error in a close contact situation and has proven to be extremely dangerous in the past. People argue that by placing animals in the presence of humans in interaction through walls or glass doors, that it's safe and it's okay, but it leaves room for error, and there is always room for error. And this has been proven in the past by interactions where people and animals have gotten hurt. Since 1990, animals have died during escapes or attacks 42 times in the U.S. Zoos accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, according to a database compiled by Born Free USA, a nonprofit animal advocacy group. At the same time frame, 15 zoo incidents resulted in the loss of human life and 110 resulted in injury, including the Cincinnati Zoo incident. An incident of failure in a zoo most recently occurred in 2016 during the incident of Harambe the silverback gorilla. A 4-year-old boy crawled into the exhibit of the silverback exhibit and was dragged around by Harambe, and the boy was thrown around and tossed and almost killed by the gorilla, although before this happened, the gorilla was shot by his own keepers. By placing animals in close contact, this leaves room for error, especially in this situation. The boy crawled in. There was room for error. This is not common, but by placing these animals, giving them stress, by these interaction, this gorilla was shot, and it's ethically incorrect. By being placed in cages and forced to live in a new setting that animals are not adjusted to, they will be affected mentally and physically, and they will be forced into stressful situations that they therefore would not get in their wild life. Researchers from the Department of Biology in Medford, Massachusetts discovered in 64% of studies there was a documented decrease in mass associated with the captivity during at least the initial capture period. This statistic explains how not only animals are affected by stress mentally, but physically. When animals are placed into captivity, it has been proven that there is significant weight loss in their bodies, not because they don't have access to food, but because of the stress they are put into. Zoos and aquariums are often overlooked and only viewed as enjoyment, but facts and evidence show different. By continuing to support these places, we are simply allowing these animals to be killed and their lifespans to be lessened, and we are affecting our own ecosystem by taking these animals out of it. To help support and encourage learning about these animals, I strongly encourage you to visit places that animals are allowed to live their own lives and are not placed in captivity. By visiting places such as safari parks that provide a way for humans to interact with animals in their own habitats, or visiting national parks, places that are untouched by humans and cannot, and witnessing the ways that these animals influence our environment and are not forced to influence our environment, which they are in captivity in zoos. Thank you.